Hey guys, Daphne, I think you're on mute.
Hi. Hi, hello everyone. Um, so sorry that we are late in 10 minutes, but actually like we are preparing on the best for the call today. Uh, so welcome everyone to first community call of Saros, and we hope that we all gather Sarosians in this meeting. Um, so let me introduce a little bit about myself first. My name is Daphne, and I am the core contributor at Saros, and I'm really, really great to be your host today, alongside with the amazing speakers, Tan and also Ben. But actually, like Tan, our founder has a really busy schedule, so maybe he will join later. So I think we can start first with Ken. So Ken, could you say hello to the audience?
Hey guys, can you hear me fine?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so hello guys, my name is Ken. I'm the core contributor at Saros. I guess that if you are sticking with Saros a few years back, then you guys probably are familiar with me. But here I am, and happy to share a few updates about Saros, and talking about how we are moving forward in the near and also long-term future.
Yeah, so I think that you guys are really like familiar with Gain before because he already talked in a lot of event related to Saros. For today topic will be about the big steps of Pro. So we get the topic because we were inspired by the way dynamic liquidity market maker, the Saros DLMM works. So liquidity will move bin by bin and step by step. So we relate to the growth of Saros because we understanding that it's not just about shipping fast, but it's about moving intentionally, bin by bin. So last month we announced Saros DLMM and a lot of other updates, and we believe that we will have a lot of updates to you guys today. So let's start. So for today, community call, we will have three sessions. The first one, we will recap what we have built in May with Ken. So for the second part, we will talk about what's coming in June and about the future of Saros between fireside chat between Ken and Tan. And last but not least, we also have the Q&A from community. So let's start for the first part. All right. So, Ken, we've seen a lot of movement on the Saros side this past month. Let's start with this. When you think about May, what feel like the biggest shift or milestone for Saros and why?
Yeah, so basically in May and also a couple months back, then we had a lot of new developments, especially in the product side. If we were to talk about the most interesting thing in May, then I would say the first thing is definitely the Saros Garden. Um, it is the staking V2 for Saros. So basically, the Saros Garden is a simple and also a rewarding way to grow with us. The mechanism is really simple. You take Saros, you stake it, and then earn berry points. And the logic here is kind of easy. So the more Saros you stake, then the greater your rewards berry will be. And an interesting point here is that the staking is everlasting, so there's no expiration. So the longer you are staying committed, the more berry you will accumulate. I guess that many of you are questioning about what you're gonna do with berry, because basically it's about token, so it's non-transferable and also is a points. It is much more than just a number. In Saros Garden page, you guys can already see there is a redeem section, and it is still blurred out right now. But that is the alpha I want to give you guys at the start of the show already. So,
Yeah.
as the Saros DLMM is officially live, as you guys have already seen, we are doing a lot of hints for that. So you're gonna have to spend your very wisely because there will be a lot of I would say rewards to come for you. Now, after staking, then you have accumulate your berry, and then you're gonna redeem for something. So you got to spend it wisely. Yeah, and also like as we are approaching to the Saros DLMM. So basically, it's gonna be facilitator to your trades behind the scenes. So DLMM stand for Dynamic Liquidity Market Maker. Um, and also I wouldn't go too much into the details of the how it works kind of thing because it's gonna be get too technical. And I'm not really a tech guy as well, but like that, there's a few special things about the DLMM. The first thing is, with the core of liquidity book mechanism, the DLMM will enable you guys a few things. First thing is, concentrated liquidity. So the DLMM gonna enable the liquidity providers to focus on a specific price range, and also it will enable you guys to, I would say, better capital efficiency, and also like gives the trader a better execution without having too much of the price slippage. And also there will be a bean architecture. So it is more like a more detailed concept of concentrated liquidity. With the bean-based system, liquidity will be further divided into this I would say different pools as fixed price level. And again, it will help tremendously on trade execution, and for the LP providers, you guys gonna be earning more. So there's a lot of strategy and a lot of things that I would say it would be beneficial to both of the LPs and also for the traders.
Okay. Yeah. So we hear about the staking and also the new model of Saros DLMM, right? But I think that before we continue the conversation, so we also saw that Tan also joined the community call today. So hi Tan, can you hear us?
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, excited to join the community call today. I guess after a long time working on the DMM, we're very excited to kick off like the launch of DMM soon. So I guess like the call today is more about keep you guys updated about where we are and what come up next with Sarah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that for the first part, we will update really briefly about what Saros is doing, what Saros was done this month in May, and so we can continue with the second session between Ken and Tan, so you guys can discuss with Tan more about the future of Saros. So let's continue the conversation with Ken. So we have seen a lot of movement on the Saros department. Let's start with it. So do you think that we saw you guys on the digital hour about like the TVL on Saros? When you I remember that when we achieved the 50 million US dollars Saros taking on Saros Garden 2. So could you tell us about like how was the reaction of the community at that time?
Yeah, so basically, I would say that most of the stakers, and also because they are all a committed community, that we have been here for a long time. So basically, when the Saros Garden is introduced, and I would say, it is a collective effort between all of the holders and also the Saros community and us as well to actually achieve that TVL. So really appreciate your support and also your love for all these times. And I would say that when the TVL reached around 50, and now I think it's about to reach 100, right? So I think that it is a small wins for us, like for all of the Saros community, and it will be marking us to accelerate to be a bigger milestone in the future.
Okay, so I think community is really important to any project. So we love that we can see that the contribution of the community to our project. So let's shift to partnership. So what are like Saros are now new collaboration this month? Can you walk us through who you partner with and what each partnership means to the community?
Yeah, so basically May is also, a great month for us for, in terms of the partnerships. Basically like, for us right now, we already have the Saros AMM and we'll be introducing the DLMM later on. But like the AMM is still, a product that we care about. So for the partnerships, then in May we have Saros and CoinGecko, where the AMM is on track, and also with OKX Web3 Swap, we have already have the Saros AMM integrated into the aggregator. So that is, it is a good news, and then it's gonna be, a fresh start for the DLMM as well, because we'll be on track for everything. And also in terms of more partnership, then we have be, being displayed on DeFi Llama for the TVL, as we mentioned about, nearly 100 mil TVL right now. So it's also a good thing. And last but not least, we're gonna have this huge partnership with Starship. It's gonna be bootstrapping launches on Solana, especially via Saros and Starship. The great thing about Starship is that we are bringing the subscription model. I would say it's a little bit of get away from the tons of token launcher right now on Solana with all the bonding curves and everything. So it's gonna be a little getaway, but in a really positive side. So I think it will be something that you guys will be really looking forward to.
Yeah, so we can see that on Saros information on chain transaction on chain data was on many reputation dashboard on the market. Besides that, we also have we user now can access to Saros liquidity via OKX. I think OKX is really one of the most used aggregator in the world, and we also see that Saros also collaborate with Starship to launch a co-launch pad. So I think that we can get something from that. So let's move to the token. So we also so could you let us know about the latest news with the Saros token? Any milestone or hint about what's ahead?
Yeah, so I would just want to add a little bit for the partnership. So those that I have just mentioned is all the things that have already been done and also announced. But like we are also working in progress of a lot more partnerships. It will be coming in a way for a couple of days, couple of weeks. So you guys should definitely put the notification on our channels to get updated of all the new ones. And yeah, talking about the token, then in May we already been listed on Baby Futures with 12.5x leverage, and also with the introduction of Saros Garden, we are bringing more utilities for the Saros token holders, and this will be one of our sheer focus as well in the upcoming time, actually bringing more utilities and also bringing more, I would say, like activities upon the token. So you guys can definitely count on that.
Yeah. Okay. So now, zooming out, I believe that community has always been a pillar of Saros. So from your point of view, what are some of the initiatives already in motion that show we are really serious about building with the people, not just the product for them?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that, we wouldn't be here without your support, especially with the community. So like a few updates on the community side. Actually, for the social platforms, we are moving from Discord to focus more on X community and also Telegram. We want to have it more focused, not diversified too much. And with those focus, then we are trying to make the community better more engaged and giving back the values for you guys. That is the first thing. And also we will also want to hear more about your voices. So actually, like for the Saros Perp decks, we also have the survey for you guys to have a look. And also, if you guys are having any trouble using the perps or any other products within the ecosystem, let us know. And yeah, we are always here to hear your voice and trying to improve every day.
Yeah, really lovely to hear that. Okay, so actually, like the community just showed your announcement about the event in Da Nang early next month. So could you tell us a little bit about that and any big event that you guys have the plan to participate in?
Yeah, so you're really excited that we will be one of the partners for Solana Summit in Da Nang this June. Personally, I will be there. So, guys, if you want to hang out or like have some greetings, just let me know here. And also for the summit, we'll be releasing a few key things. Especially one of them will be the DLMM. So hopefully we can have a great launch during the summit as well. And also in August, we'll be doing, I would say, a really big Solana event as well. We're gonna partner up with a few friends, and hopefully we can bring something that is really energetic and also like bringing the dynamic atmosphere to the Ho Chi Minh City, especially because we know that here is right now for Ho Chi Minh City is a hub for Solana builders. So like I will be sharing more news and also the details about that event in August, really shortly. So yeah, that is for the event side.
Yep, okay. So that is for the recap. So you guys already listened about the offer, about the keyword like staking, berry, or DMM, and a lot of integration for May. So now it's time to look ahead and talk about what's coming next. So I'm going to hand it over to Ken. He will take us through the next part between Han and Ken. So Ken, the stage is yours.
Got it. Yeah. So like for this part, I will be like talking as a representative for the community because I think that there are many like questions and also some kind of like what would be the direction for Saros coming forward. So yeah, speaking on the DLMM, then I know that we will be more into the liquidity side, but like that there will be a lot of, I would say, projects that will be doing the same. So what is gonna be the difference and how Saros gonna be standing out for those projects? Would you like to add more to that, Tang?
Think like there would be a lot of use case for that. And I think for DLMM, there would be a new types of assets that would be optimized for this curve. We're talking about like stable coins, real world assets, and any kind of stable coins that want to have a very high capital efficiencies, when trading on DEX. So I think like that also like adding a very huge benefit to Saros liquidity providers. I think like another thing after the DLMM launch that we want to focus is that like shifting the business from actually B2B and B2C like before now only focus on B2B, which means that instead of like building a front end for people to trade, so I think like we now very like we'll double down and super focus on liquidity providers communities and also like project launch and then have them launch the token and supply the liquidity on chain. With that, I think like not only like we're not going to stop with the DLMM, but also like trying to double down and also develop more curve for people to provide the liquidity on chain. And I think on top of that, we also are building a lot more technologies to have the projects to launch the token as well. And because now we only focus on the B2B side, so I think like ecosystem integration and development will be very important. I think that would be we set a goal, so we want to make sure that for whatever that we build on a smart contract level, we want to get the product will be integrated into every front ends and every trading terminals, to every wallets and every like trading venues that like people want to trade tokens. And I think alongside with that, I think like we also want to make sure the Saros tokens will be also being utilized as a core engine of the deck as well. So I think like there will be a lot of things coming up next, and the launch of the DLMM together with strengthen the current AMM model is just like the first step.
Gotcha. So like I would like to dive a little deeper into the asset side, because I think that for now then there are so many assets out there, but like it will be mainly created through the token launcher, which is kind of like 90% or like 95% are memes going to like daily narrative that is kind of like dried out in just a few, I would say, minutes or like a few hours. So for Saros DLMM and also for the whole Saros product stack, then is there any sneak peek on I would say the asset narrative that Saros will be focusing on, and also like because we are on to more of the supporting LPs providers to thrive on that. So is there any hints on how we're going to do it?
Yeah, for sure. I think if we take a look at the whole spectrum of assets on Solana right now, I guess other builders already fulfill quite a lot in terms of what we call it like an asset that have a price but like very little of like a value. We talk about meme coins and other stuff, but I think on top of that there would be a lot of other types of assets that being built by builders, or even like cultural coins and like IPs and real world assets and stable coins. I guess there's like the current tech stack out there is already I think like it's also quite a lot, but I mean like the launching services having people and a team that actually can help like co-working with these teams and have them to successfully launch the tokens and also operate the token. It's also very important. I think like for us, we grow like we started as a builders, so I think like my focus and also like the team focus would be focus more on the builder side. So there will be a lot of people that are putting sweat and tears and working for years on things that they build. We want to have them to secure a successful token launch, and also want to give them like a tons of like amount of advice together with a lot of like technical support as well. I think like alongside with the technical and the decks that we're providing, I think the supporting services that we are going to work with together with this is something that I'm excited to see a lot more people to working with us and also like being successful with us.
I see. Yeah. So basically, like for Saros and also in this kind of like shift to B2B side, and Saros will be bringing really good value, not just for technical, but also in terms of growth to the project. So I I would say that, guys, if you guys are building projects, let me know, or like let anyone in the team know, DM us, so that we can definitely find some synergy to work together. Yeah, and also I think that the community, and also personally, I would like to know more about what's gonna be next after the DLMM, because we have been talking about the DLMM on Saros for a couple of months now, and then I think that when it is launched, then it will be running really smoothly. But like for this space, with this fast-paced industry, then we have to move forward like instantly. So is there any sneak peek on what's coming next after the DLMM?
Yeah, for sure. I think like after the DMM is live, I think our biggest goal is to start growing a TVL on the DMM side, right? So I think like one of the biggest goal that we want to do is like want to get the TVL on this DMM to at least enter the top 5 of Texas on Solana. And alongside with that, and in order to achieve that goals, we need to work with a lot of partners. I think we onboard a lot of partners right now, trying to do that we secure a kind of like exclusive launch on the DEX. So I'm very excited to see how this launch will gonna play out. And I think alongside with that, we need to make sure that the DMM will also deeply integrate it into like other trading venues and terminals, like I said. We're talking about aggregators, we're talking about wallets, we're talking about any kind of like analytic tools that people can track this liquidity, and also there's a lot of LP tools out there also, like can leverage a lot by interacting with the DMM. So I think like we set a big goals for the DMM, but everything needs to be built step by step. So I think alongside with ecosystem growth, by make sure that DMM will be deeply integrated into other training venues. We want to make sure that there will be like projects that also secure exclusive launch, and also we want to support them to have a successful launch as well. I think after the DMM launch and work stable, and we're starting to have like some kind of traction on TVL, I think the next thing that we want to work on is a token launch tool. So I think like if we take a look at the token launch mechanism on Solana right now, most of them are using the bonding curve. I think that we come out with some like new models that can leverage the DMM. So hopefully there will be a new way for people to launch a token efficiently without the need of bonding curve, and also like waiting for the curve to be graduated. But if anyone can launch a token, then they can just launch the token the way it is. So that could be the next step after the DMM is launched and then stable.
Yeah, so actually, like I think that most of us, when it's hear about the new launches, then it's gonna be a really exciting time, because I think that for Solana right now, people are kind of like the traders, the users, they are also doing the trades on the memes throughout the body curve, but like I think they are kind of like fed up with it right now. So I think that any kind of like new mechanism, or like anything exciting, anything that is fresh, will be really good. So personally, I and also the community are really really looking forward to the new launches, and also want to see how the new mechanism is going to play out. Yeah, so really thank you for the insight. Thanks. So I think that we can move forward to the live Q&A, because I think that after the first two section, then a lot of questions are being raised right now. Definitely, can you help us with any kind of like live Q&A right now? So we'd love to answer them.
Yeah, sure. So I think that the conversation is really insightful. So now we come to the Q&A from the communities, and we receive a lot of questions from them. So for the first one, how does Saros DLMM plan to stay competitive as more liquidity protocols launch on Solana? Actually, this question also the same with the following question, like how can we compare with the Meteora and what benefits can early users expect to receive? Yeah,
I think like this is a very good question. I think like I mean like nowadays people trade the tokens without like knowing that where's the liquidity source from, right? So like most of the trading volumes and the trading activities nowadays it's like happens on I guess like the wallets like Binance Wallet or OKX Wallet or Phantom Wallet, or people gonna trade it on Jupiter, or people gonna trade it on trading bot like Photon, BlueX, or GMGN or other tools. Without knowing that where's the liquidity come from. So I think like the key is I think for traders it like because like right now the trading behavior is not like you don't need to understand and knowing where's the liquid come from, as long as you know that this is a safe liquidity, long-term liquidity, deep liquidity that people can trade. That's good. So I guess the problem and the challenges is more come from liquidity providers, and I think like liquidity providers have different reasons and they have different demands for different types of assets, right? I think like DLMM is if you talk about the technical side, DLMM introducing a better concentrated curve than any model out there, including the CMM. So if you're talking about if you want to supply Sol your USDC and you want to like concentrate the like into a very thin range, like with a very little slippage, I think DLMM right now is like I think one of the best model, right? And if we talk about like other types of assets, other projects or like big LPs, big wells want to do single side supply for their own tokens, like just similar to the way that they play the limit order. I think the DMM also introducing a very easy UI and ease of use for people to understand the concept and LPs. And also like sometimes like they make a lot more yields on top of the liquidity they provided as well. And if you talk about the DM curve, I think Material right now is one of the only, Material is the only DMM that available on Solana. And I think the reason why Material like getting big is because like they are the only one that offer the DMM. If you take a look at Okar and also Radium, they all offer the DMM. So I feel like there should be another opportunity for DMM. It doesn't mean that we need to compete with them. It's just like people can also enjoy by having options by providing liquidity on both. And also like I think another thing is DMM also like I said, it's just like one of the first thing that we're going to introduce. There will be a lot more that more tools and also product that we're going to introduce and optimize for the whole like token launch journey. And I think as one of OG teams on Solana, we want to make sure that like new teams will also leverage not only from our tech stack, but also from the experience of launching the tokens as well. And I think like, I guess it's becoming a very healthy environment and ecosystem for everyone to enjoy using good products, right? So for us, I don't think this is a kind of like a competition. It's more like an inspiration for us and also for anyone else for to build great products for the communities. I think like the users, the community at the end, and they will be benefit from like this inspiration and from the tool makers like us.
yeah. Thanks a lot for the answer. So actually, like I also saw the
like being a concept of blockchain being a one like infrastructure to empower the new set of assets that can be traded on chain that like never happened before. We're talking about like a wide range of assets, including from assets that only have price but without a tokens, and also like assets have price without the values, or like attention assets, or we're talking about assets that have values but and price, but like barely like the frequent, like it have a very low frequency of trading volumes, like real estates, right? So I think like that would be, we're talking about like stable coins, RWAs, all these kind of like new real world asset that can also bring on chain and like making blockchain becoming a very high efficient infrastructure to enable these trades. And it's like becoming blockchain becoming a global infrastructure for new financial system, uh, for uh, for everyone to come and trade all this kind of asset. I think like this kind of experiment is kind of unique, and that like even like didn't happen before. Uh, for example, we're living in Southeast Asia. We want to trade US stock. Like there are very few people that who can actually do that. But like imagine a world where all this kind of stocks from the US can also like tokenize and being traded on chain. I think first time ever it unlock a very huge market for anyone, for 8 billion people across the world to trade all this kind of asset. And I think like it's also works the same as well for some of the asset that may already trade on digital platform and also social network, but never. But it's just like being traded within a very private network. If that kind of asset can be issued on chain, then now like everyone's in the world can also like access it and trade and buy and owning all this kind of asset as well. We're talking about NFTs. We're talking about like all the work from and art and coming uh, from artists and other types of assets too. So internet capital market is just like a market that focusing on capital and capitalize like all the kind of asset, and anything can be traded will be traded, and anything can be tokenized will be tokenized, and it will be happen on chain.
Okay, so for me, so actually like I also heard a keynote from Solana Foundation. They talk about the vision of become the internet capital market. They call that Solana is the best play for the capital because they support on assets from meme coin to tokenize and real assets like Han said. Solana also enable on use cases like trading, collateral, payments, DeFi, and especially that they also target the mid curve, the assets with, well, they have the value, they have the price, but they don't have the too much opportunities to gain the best for them. So I think that when you throw into the capital markets, everyone will become a participant, and every digital asset becomes a financial primitive. Okay, so let's move to the third question. So I think can you can help the community to answer this question. So what is the motivation behind the launch of Saros Garden staking V2, and how has the community responded so far?
Yeah, so I think that so with the first part, I already mentioned this a little bit, but like the motivation behind sort of staking is, I think is kind of obvious because um we have been here for a while, and also like we see all the support and also the love from the community, and the Cyrus Garden is basically the way that we want to um reward back to the ecosystem, reward back to the community. So yeah, as I mentioned about the mechanism, so whenever you are staking Saros, you're gonna earn berry points, and then for the berry points, you're gonna um, you can redeem a lot of benefits afterwards. That will be aligned to the vision and also um, the activities that I also mentioned earlier about the long-term vision of Saros, where we build new assets and also strengthening the liquidity of many more assets. That will be flying back to the Saros staking holders. So I would say that with the introduction of Saros Garden, then you guys can already see like all over the social of Saros. Everyone is really happy because it is also reflected by the TVL right now. It's nearly 100 mil, and I think it's growing really fast. So like it is no doubt that Saros Garden is also our way to actually show love to the community, and also it will be a really good filter for the upcoming redeemable rewards for the stakers. And yeah, I would say that so far the community love it, and
we are so happy about.
Yeah, actually, like I'm also a Saros staker, and I just received the error from Radi, right? So I think this is also, yeah, one of the motivation behind when we want to give all the best to the community. So I think we have a limited time, so let's come to maybe the last questions. For other questions, I think that you guys can easily to chat in our support. So our team will be there to listen to you. So let's come to the last question for both speakers. Are there plans to attract deeper liquidity or more retail participation?
Yeah, I think I can start a little bit with this. And then feel free to add more. So I think that for there will be different strategy to actually, make the liquidity deeper. The first one is definitely with the introduction of our launcher. So like you guys have already seen what is going on with other bonding curve, and we believe that with our mechanism, which is kind of different from the bonding curve launcher right now, it's gonna attract a lot of trading volume, and in return, it's gonna be liquidity. So that is the first thing, and then the second thing is that we'll be having a lot of strategic partnership with I would I wouldn't be talking about the names right now, but it's gonna be really strategic, and I would say that with those friends that we are having right now, it can drive a lot of like because our business right now is shifting to B2B, right? So it's just gonna be with those strategic partnerships, then we're gonna have a really deep liquidity based on those strategic partnerships, and also with the strategy available right now on the Saros DLMM, I think that for the LP providers, it's gonna be really good for them with high rewards, and also I would say a clear way of providing liquidity. So yeah, so that is what I'm thinking about right now for how to do it. Can you add a little bit more thing?
Yeah, I think like that's pretty much like aligned with like the upper strategies. I think like what we want to do next after the DMM goes live is uh number one, focusing on having a lot of good asset and high quality asset to lend the liquidity on Saros, and we want to make sure that our tech stack will be one of the most efficient tool for them to manage the liquidity. And I think like by onboarding high quality assets, I think that also introducing a better opportunity for the community. We're talking about retailers and individuals to like to be skin in the game, right? So I think like the tech is actually open for any types of assets, but from the effort from the team, I think that we want to focus on want to make sure that we're onboarding as much high quality assets as possible, and I think that we lock in some kind of very big partnership um, for this launch, and hopefully we're going to see a lot more initiatives and also a lot more partnership that bring in more high quality assets for the communities.
Yeah. Thank you a lot for on the answer. So I think there are a lot of information today for the community to digest, and So again, so if you guys have any questions, so I think you can feel free to chat on our Telegram or discuss on the Sarosian Hub on X. So before we wrap up today's community call, I would like to hear some final thoughts from our two speakers today, Ken and Han. If there's one thing you want our community to remember after today, what would it be?
Yeah, so like there's not much that I want to say more, but like please stay tuned to our channels, and also like the DLMM is coming. So stay tuned, and you know, I will be in Solana Summit as well. So anyone, project founders or like anyone, uh just let me know, and we can definitely you know, do some meetings and you know, talk more about how we can collaborate. And yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, I think like at the first time of the launch, I think that would be I think it would be awesome if the community can also jump on and also help us to try the platforms. I think any kind of feedbacks that help us to improve the product would be appreciated. I think that would be the most important thing, because like I think for every product, especially this kind of like uh complicated products, and we want to make sure that we ship one of the best product out there. And so I think like it would be awesome if the community can also jump on and so like co-building and also co-feedback with us, so we can make sure that we can um improve the product and also like offer one of the best product out there.
I think you're on mute. Daphne.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your answer. So I think this is also the end of the community call today. So thank you, the speaker, thank you, Tangen, and everyone who joined us today. I think your energy, your questions, and your presence matter to us. So we will see you soon. Until then, please stay curious, stay tuned, and stay early with our DLMM. So bye bye, Sarah family. Bye bye.
Have a nice day, guys.
Awesome. Great day, guys.